sight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com. You can reach me by airplane. You can, oh, Jesse, you're still so far away from me. You're still so far away from it.
I know.
Yeah. You look
so
beautiful.
Sad.
You look beautiful. This is
thanks.
this is very much an Armageddon stitch we're going through here.
Yes.
The movie. I'm obviously B. Wills, Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
It looks like there's a ghost behind you, by the way.
Yeah.
Look at that. Ooh.
Something's moving the blinds behind me.
That's perfect. It's perfect. Don't worry about it. I'm sure if you get killed live on camera, our ratings will go through the roof. And then, oh my God, dude, I saw a dead body yesterday.
What?
Yes. Saw a dead body.
You didn't.
Yes, I forgot to tell you. Well, let me clarify this, I guess, okay? Homeboy was laid out on the street, totally blue, and I stopped and I rolled down the window and I go, like police or paramedics were coming up, and I was like, hey, is that guy fucking dead? Is he dead? And they were like, I just got a couple nods and I was like, shit. But it wasn't, it was like it was a homeless person. So it wasn't like like what somebody you're looking for. It wasn't like a rich doctor's wife or something where it was like it's not the fun, flirty murder that you wanted. It looked like maybe some type of overdose. But I was like, man, if Jessie was here, you would have claimed that body count.
Yeah, but I still don't count that because I think I've seen that before in New York. I mean, around
but
Austin,
dead?
LA, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it, whether I knew it or not. I probably saw it. But the way that I want to find it is running through the woods, right?
Okay.
Tired.
Yeah.
Maybe the killer's still out there, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Fresh.
Yeah.
I want to put on gloves. Tink. I want to not really disturb the scene. But just like a quick make sure. Okay. Call.
Yeah.
I've, there's no pulse. It's definitely a dead body. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I understand that, but
so fun.
So I found. I mean, I didn't discover it, but I did see it. So I kind of feel like I kind of feel like it's 1-0. It's 1-0 here.
I would have pulled over, jumped out, gloves on.
Right.
What do we have here?
Yep,
I don't think I would have yelled out the window like, "Hey, man, that guy dead?" Or do you know what I mean? So I just think
sound like that.
Both,
nope.
Yeah, but I mean that. Nah. But you sound, hey, man, right?
Not even close. I don't sound anything like that. Whatever the voice that is you're doing.
I don't really do impressions. I more just do an essence.
Sure.
Right? I more just do a vibe. And so for me, that's what I'm hearing when you kind of gingerly pull up and go, hey, man, is that guy dead? I'm not going to do anything for you. I'm not going to help. I'm not going to call.
Sure.
But I just want to know so that I can have a one-up on my wife. Did you say that as well? Because it's not helpful.
I was this close to saying it. I was this close to saying, I'm going to need confirmation because I don't want to.
Right,
I don't want to report a fake death and then not be up 1-0. And I just kind of got a nod hey, man, what the fuck is wrong with you? But yeah, it's 1-0. Dead bodies found versus you. So whatever. Sorry, I'm better in this life. Speaking of dead, James, I read a wild article this morning when I woke up early when I opened up my peepers this morning. I typically gas through the news, a bunch of papers, everything across the board. We do a plethora of shows, and it's nice to talk about things. But this one was weird. It was the New York Post, which I love. When I was in New York living there, You could go the Post to the Times.
Brag. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not anymore. Shit. But it was the Post of the Times. You knew who the people were in your life if they were picking up the Post of the Times. Like, you know.
Okay.
You know, the salacious dirtbags like myself who pick up the Post, and then you knew the intellectual, elitists who were picking up the Times. Back before they were fake news and
nerds, right?
It used to just
Beat it, nerd.
Yeah, the Times used to just be like straight news, homie. Where you're just like, oh, all right, it was super boring, very clinical, and now it's all opinionated and bullshit, and they're going to go bankrupt. But the Post is still fun and flirty, and they got cool articles and all their headlines, and usually the front page is something completely fucking ridiculous with a salacious headline. But
is page 6 from the Post?
Correct. Yes.
Page 6 of the Post. Okay.
Yep.
I don't know. I never lived there. So.
Yeah. Their article this morning was called "Howard's End." Shock Jock Stern has lost his sting and his mojo, and they just said, "Hey, this is it." Like he's not. They're saying he's no longer in a decline. It's dead. Like he's dead. It's dead. Everything else, which is interesting because he just signed a re-up deal last year for $120 million a year on Sirius XM for like the next 3 years. But the crazy part about this article is I did not know any of this was going on. I'll read this to you. So in March of 2020, when New York City officially went into lockdown, Stern fled to his basement in the Hamptons. Well, look, he's made close to $1 billion. For real. I mean, I think his first deal with Sirius XM was $500 million. I think the second one was too. And then he had stock options and sold all those. He went through a divorce and homegirl got, half of that. So he's probably hovering around 600 or 700 million. So him being in the Hamptons, not a shock. But what they're saying was he's like an intense germaphobe and does not want to come back to the city. I did not know this. And it says over 1 year later and now vaccinated, he's fully vaccinated, is what he said on the show. He just came back from another vacation. They've got a picture of him like coming back sunburned, and his wife is super tanned coming back from somewhere. And he says he has no intention of ever returning to his Midtown studio or his Upper West Side apartment, which is massively like luxurious. We were just like, oh, he was infamous for throwing like these crazy parties and shit there, right?
Yeah.
But he says things will never go back to normal, and I do not believe the pandemic will ever be over.
Yeah, it's always the people that you don't think, right?
Yeah.
That end up, and that's what's kind of happened in this whole thing, is that the people that you thought would be chill and just like, dude, fuck this, ended up being the running scared, really, really serious about it, really, really scared. And it's interesting. It's one of those things that you like find out who people are in a real crisis. But they were saying in this article, like, he kept doing his show when the planes were going through the fucking towers, right? Like he kept on air.
He was
like
stayed on air. Yeah.
Who he was, that was like, nothing's gonna stop, like show goes on, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
And it's been slowly going that way for a while with adopting all the cats, and he's on Today Show being sweet to everybody, and you're just like, who is this fucking person, right?
Yeah, and so I was looking up his age. He's 67. I apologize. This is a 5-year deal, $120 million per year. So that'll take him through 72 years old. I don't know that I'd want to do that every day, but I guess he's not doing it every day. So it says he only works 3 days a week, Monday through Wednesday, and he broadcasts maybe 3 hours a day, about 112 shows per year with 253 days off. That's a salary of over $1 million a show, it says. Holy shit.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I mean, get the bag, Howard. I get it, but.
Yeah, but like having that kind of money and getting older and all of these things change you, right? Like he can't be scrappy Howard.
No.
With all of the things that he has. Like it's just impossible. You have to be somewhat in the fucking city and going into work every day.
And living it.
To have a input for your show, right?
Well,
but if you're just going from your basement in the Hamptons to your show, it's going to be soft, dude. Like it's not believable anymore, right?
Yeah, you got to have a pulse for the city and what's going on around you. Hammer the like button if you're watching on YouTube so I can get $120 million a year. Jesus Christ. You're giving a 72-year-old man that money. Come on, dude. Subscribe. Man, hammer the like button. Yes, you can't be a part of it anymore. And the weird thing about him is at this point, you almost have to treat him like he's Michael Jordan, for real, where you're concerned about your legacy and how you walk away. Because in my opinion, Howard Stern is the very best to do it of all time. I don't think any of us would be doing any of this stuff without Howard Stern breaking through and doing all that crazy shit on air. Now, I know a couple other people that, like Don Imus and some other people where they were like, oh, well, they were there before. Not this aggressive and not to a point of changing the game where it's like, I'm going to leave terrestrial radio where everybody thought you had to be, go to Sirius XM and then get all of my listeners to come to Sirius XM and pay for Sirius XM and get that put inside your cars. This is what all of this is. This is what podcasts and all of this, like, this is what it is. And he set that format up for the rest of us. And in my honest opinion, he's still the very best celebrity interviewer of all time right now. The cadence of his voice and the way he's able to pop in and out of these conversations and his questioning is still the best in my opinion. But it's like, dude, I didn't want to read that shit this morning. Fuck, right. If that's your life now, you're 67. You live in the Hamptons. You're worth $600 million. Yes, is there another $600 million on the table from this deal? Sure, there is. I don't know what you're going to do with it. You don't have any kids. You got fucking 50 cats, adopted cats, and it's just you and your wife, and you're in the Hamptons. He's not a guy that goes to Paris or, travels around the world. You don't see him on yachts and things like that or in Lambos. So what's he doing with the money? Like,
well, yeah.
For real, like at a certain point, you've got to look at it. And I'm saying this because I literally just had this conversation 2 days ago with a lawyer. We settled on the investors for the seltzer company. We'll be announcing that in a week.
Did you see what Timmy D wrote?
Timmy D? What did he write?
He's skipping out on taxes and using COVID as an excuse. Wow. We condone it. No, I'm joking.
But yeah, we're going to have the investors we chose to partner up with us on the seltzer. We'll announce that in like a week and a half. But I was talking with their lawyers, and she was cool, this woman, and she said, "What's the end game for something like this? Like if somebody comes in with a massive dollar amount to buy it out, like all these other celebrity liquors, like fucking Ryan Reynolds' gin or Clooney's thing, like, or do you just want to be the CEO and own this kind?" I was like, no, motherfucker. Like, I want to be rich. Like, I want to be as rich as I possibly can. And I will sell this in 2 seconds. So she goes, no lie. She goes, oh, thank God. Because that's what our clients want too, And I was like, look, once the seltzer is created, we've already invented it. It is out into the world. Who gives a shit who owns it after that? There's nothing you could do with the formula. Like, still going to be the same. Coca-Cola or Monster Energy drink was bought by Coca-Cola. It's still fucking Monster, dude. It's the same shit. Just somebody else owns it. Who cares?
Topo Chico.
Yes, Topo Chico. Take the fucking money and get out of there, dude. Like, what? No.
Did you see? You guys tried it. Topo Chico seltzer?
I did. So I've had every seltzer on the market these days. Again, we've been testing all of these for our own to see what's out there. What's good, what's bad, because there's a bunch. And nobody's at an 8 except for Bud Light Platinum. And I had that White Claw one, that Surge. Holy God, it tastes like dog shit. It just tastes like cough syrup. It's bordering on like Four Loko, is my honest opinion on that.
Right.
And if I have to pick the best one, I think would probably be gun to head. What was that Coors one you had, Bob?
The Coors seltzer that we had yesterday?
Yes.
It's just called Coors Seltzer.
Okay.
Like it's not anything.
So it's good, and it's like if you're looking for an alternative to White Claw, at that ABV of like 4.5 or 5 or whatever it is, that's probably the best one I've had. But you're not getting fucked up. Like we had a few of them and it was just like, dude, it's not making a dent. Now if you're looking to get rocked, cause I was testing some, I was looking at the house and I took some over to our neighbor, Michael, and he goes, what are these? It was that Bud Light Platinum 8%. Mm-hmm. And I go, well, it's the same percentage as ours. And I was like, let me know what you think of these. Last night when I was over there, he goes, hey man, I get fucked up off of that. Are yours 8 like that? And I go, yeah. And he goes, oh dude, those are awesome, man. Like let's go. He's like, I didn't like the taste that much, but he goes, man, with 8, like you're good to go after like 3 or 4. And I was like, yes, I don't want to drink a case of shit all goddamn night and walk around with 8 liters of seltzer in my belly. I want 4 or 5 and get rocked. Forget about life. Break a bottle. Rob a bank.
I'm on that hard booch life.
Yeah. So that's another one. So the kombucha thing is kicked up, and that's a space now for the ladies. And
and it's 7%. The calories aren't low.
No.
We all know I don't care about that, right? I don't look at calorie. I look at ABV only and taste. So
this is what Craig Gillespie is saying. This is why we need the draft show Thursday night on Patreon. No nonsense on there because of what happened last year. No, we will do it live for the people on YouTube. It's going to be a long night. Whatever happens. We will leave it up. I promise you, we will leave it up. Whatever happens, it's just shit.
Or it'll be a tradish where you either got to see it live or you don't see it at all, motherfucker. And why are you going back days later to watch the draft?
We already know the answers. I think it was because I lost my shit that night. Whatever, man.
Well,
it's
just watch the next show. The same thing will happen.
It's who we be. The other. The name of this show, by the way, today is called. Bob, you wanna say what the name of the show is? Because you looked at me funny when I passed it off to you today.
Yeah, it is. Put down my email.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Never.
I closed out my personal email.
Oh, wow.
Bobby 3 Sticks went down, dude.
I love that nickname, by the way.
Bobby 3 Sticks went down, dude.
Never let go of my king.
Yeah. Never let go of my king. I will never let go.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah. Well, I never let go of my king. So I saw this quote pop up on Twitter late last night. I was up super late. And it's like, what the fuck is this? It's Tyrese, who is borderline
creep
and just off the reservation. Like, he's a guy that it wouldn't surprise me if in like 15 years he was homeless after the Fast and Furious franchise ends. Baller move, though, that I have to give him credit for was he put a Benihana's for real hibachi grill in his backyard. And he has Benihana's Friday nights. You know how we do wing Friday nights where you cook wings? He does Benihana's Friday nights.
He does it, or he has someone come and do it?
Both. So if whoever comes over to the house, and that's part of the dinner party and everybody, it's in LA, so the weather's always nice. So he built like a hut over it, and it's a full Benihana's grill and setup and everything.
So
it's
Tyrese
awesome.
has been, he pops up like in all of my reality shows. He's always like fake. So in all of the realtor ones, you know, where it's like Selling Sunset or fucking Bravo's whatever, best $1 million listing, he'll like pop up either pretending to buy a house or flexing that he's looking. I don't know, but he's always popping up in those. He's popping up in weird places. He's always a little bit creepy, very uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable when he talks in the same way that Armie Hammer was like, I don't know. I just get a weird feeling from him.
Yeah,
but
yeah. You were completely justified in that because he's had some breakdown videos too.
Yeah.
Online where he was mad that The Rock had joined the Fast and Furious franchise, and once he was in it and it did well, now they're all on the Rock schedule and they're all pissed off. Rightfully
on the Rock clock.
So
they're on the rock
exactly. Rightfully so. Like that motherfucker stepped in on like what, number 9 or whatever it was, and this guy's been doing it for years. Vin Diesel's been doing it for years, baby. And
look, it's gonna happen.
Now the shooting is pushed. Well, that affects the salary. You don't get paid until you shoot. Therefore, it affects Tyrese, and Obviously, that's his only thing left, so he's pissed off about it. But pull up that link that I sent you here, because I clicked on it and I was like, "Is this real?" Because this doesn't seem real here. Never let go of my king is referring to Tyrese's girlfriend, who posted that last night in response to Tyrese shaving her pubic hair live on Instagram Live last night. And that was her quote. I get sugar waxed, guys. LOL. I love waxing, but I also have a man that loves to shave me. I don't get razor bumps. My coochie is okay. LOL. Thanks for wondering if it's okay. And then if you scroll back, Bob, to the other, she says, never let go, my king. Her legs are spread. There you go. There you go. So Tyrese is holding the razor there.
That is a troubling POV. Jesse, can you see this? What would happen if you woke up to this?
I can't see it.
Oh, it's so good. It's in your email. Click that link in your email.
Okay.
And just go down to the one of Tyrese holding a razor. Like
That's on screen right now. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Got it.
You
got
wake
it.
and that's the first thing you see.
Never let go, my king, dude. Come on. The next one. Pop that back up, Bob. Go to the next tweet there, because I read all of these. Go scroll down to JB, whoever that is. No, not that one. I'm sorry. Go up one more. Yeah.
With the baby.
Have we all decided to ignore Tyrese's shaving my woman's coochie on IG? Go up. Yeah, there was one that says this picture. Yeah, there it is. This still of Tyrese shaving his girlfriend's coochie needs to be put in the Louvre. And I agreed. Like, if that's not an NFT or what NFTs were made for, I don't know what is in this life. But homegirl's fully spread, eagle, and ready for the razor. And that was a fun thing they decided to do on Instagram Live last night, Jesse. So.
Look, a couple things. One is all roads lead to sexual shit, right? Like, every app, no matter what it is ultimately going to turn into that. Two, it's just, I'm just as disturbed by someone like showing me their entire day as well, or talking about, like I've said before, like, don't worry guys, the trim on my house is fixed, or the idea that we need an audience for every second of our lives is starting to really fucking piss me off. And as I scroll through Instagram, I find myself looking at Instagram through different lenses depending on like what I'm pissed off about, right? Mm-hmm. So the lens of like you need an audience for everything is just like the fucking, hey guys, just wanted to hop on. Yep. Hey guys, just wanted to hop on and tell you what's going on with me. Why? Like like this is just the same thing I see all the time.
Yeah.
For anybody wondering, I like to wax, and sometimes I don't wax, and then why do I fucking need to know that?
And
why?
That picture of her, because she obviously took that picture, of Tyrese between her legs, and then just saying, to go in that much detail, I don't get razor bumps either. It's like, are we supposed to commend Tyrese for that? Like, I mean, look, he's been bald for 30 years, so I mean,
we would drag him if he was a bad vagina shaver. We must praise him for being a good vagina shaver.
That's true, Bob. That's true. And
why do I need to know what kind? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look, it's a weird place for me to be because I'm in that business and I hate everything about it. But anyway, the other thing is my king. Very problematic. I literally cannot handle.
Oh, put that up on screen right now.
Someone calling their boyfriend their king.
Jesse, can you see the video here?
What?
Oh, you're going to see it in about 30 seconds on your side because there's a slight delay. But it says, "I will never let go of my king, but does your man shave you though?" and there you go. There we are.
Is he shaving right now? Is he shaving right now?
He's preparing the razor. Preparing that razor.
But guys, this is a thing also.
It is. It's a sexual thing.
This is a porn search for sure.
It is.
Shaving.
Yeah.
So
I think he's in the lathering process.
Yeah, Giorgio immediately grabs the mic because he's been through this at numerous times in his life.
It's a very difficult area to shave. And
Yes.
like just coming from someone in the business,
Sure.
you know, it's
a hard shave.
smoothest area. He does have a lot of practice though.
Yes.
Like being a bald man.
30 years of shaving his own head, he's been through it.
I bet she had a few bumps though, to be honest. I don't think she's completely smooth.
also that razor, like you really want like a chic 5 blade, like a dude razor. Because those Venuses, right, Giorgio? They're just not,
Yeah,
they
the
just
three-
don't
the three
quite
blade's not
do
there.
the trick.
And they have that big like ring around it that's supposed to be for comfort
And
for
it
smoothing.
doesn't
Nothing's
get
got
close enough, right?
a smooth 5 blade.
Yep. Yep.
Can I,
Yep.
Giorgio, let me ask you a question that may or may not be obvious to you. So I apologize if I'm looking down on you for this, okay?
Yeah.
You obviously shave that beehole too, right? Like after he finishes that, does he go around to the back and
Oh yeah, I mean if you're trimming the hedges of your own lawn, that you're about to play ball in,
Sure.
you make it look however you want.
Okay.
Chalk that field up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 'Cause a beehole is
But that's
the
the
next logical
waxing
step.
process, right? Like you wax and then you turn over and you get everything.
Oh, for the
you
girls?
know what I mean?
For the ladies?
Because the
Yeah.
stubble,
Yes.
after the shave in that area is a little uncomfortable, and if you're down there giving the old tongue lashing,
Yeah.
a little prickly.
Yeah. Jesse loves
What
the
are we doing, guys?
Jesse loves the phrase tongue punching, that fart box. She's a big fan of that one. And you're welcome.
Yeah.
The awesome thing of watching you right now is not just your reactions, but it looks like there's one of those ghosts at a car wash. Like
They're going behind me?
yeah, like waving in the air. It's great. It's no, you don't have to fix it. It's awesome.
It's not a ghost, it's a blowy man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a blowy man ghost. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a ghost. It's just a blowy man.
Just a blowy man. My bad, dog. My bad, dog.
No, that's all right.
Sorry,
that's
doggy.
all right. But anyway, stay tuned for Tyrese's ultimate complete
Meltdown.
breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's
again,
one
the
thing
king
though.
thing.
Yeah, I kind of want to veer you in that direction to where you start calling me king though. It sounds nice,
Be honest though. Be honest. Would that not fucking creep you out, dude? Especially for me. Now listen, there is girls that would sound amazing, and I'm sure Margot Robbie and you would have a beautiful life if she called you king. But did you see that she had the nerve to have her natural hair like Taylor Swift?
No. What's
Who the fuck is that confident that they can go dirty dishwater brown
I haven't
and
seen
go,
it.
I'm still fucking hot? I would never.
Pull up a Margot pick.
This is
Robbie
the
pick.
Oscars, guys, which
pull it
now
up.
look, nobody saw it, but
Yeah. just say it once, my king. Just say I miss you, my king. I just want to hear how it comes out of your mouth.
Don't do it, James. Don't do it.
I just want to hear
dude,
how it
I
comes out of your mouth.
cannot. I cannot. I can say goodnight, sweet prince, as I'm putting a pillow over your face.
Yeah, for sure.
Does that kind of have the same feel?
My king. Push in closer. Let's see that head. Let's see that dome.
Enhance.
Yeah. It looks like she's got some highlights in there. There we go. There's a side angle. That's a good one. Let's use that one. Oof, she's hideous.
God.
No one wants to see that girl. No one wants to see that girl on their screen right now.
Get her off my screen.
Yeah, it looks like she's got some highlights and things like that. But yeah, she's probably doing a movie. Japes, we don't know.
That's not the picture from the Oscars. It's straight up brown.
Bob. Did you fuck us, Bob?
I Googled Oscars. This is what it is. This is the fucking Oscar pick.
No, she's wearing like a flowery,
2021, Bob.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
like a flowery dress.
Bob's right.
Her
Bob,
hair
This is the
up.
one.
Bob's right. Bob's right. She might have went to, that could have been from the a party afterwards.
Look,
Flowery
little
dress,
Oscar
yeah.
things. I mean, look.
Yeah.
And for some reason, the carpet's pink instead of red, but this is the Oscar party.
Yeah, it's the Oscar party.
Oh, speaking of
Or the
pink,
Oscar.
Oh, they changed dresses. Yeah, they changed dresses to
Can
go
you
to that
do
Vanity
it for
Fair
the
party.
Oscars, not the party? Anyways,
she
who cares?
didn't have time to get highlights done between the show and then going to the party. That would be
That's
a little
not-
much. Jesse.
That's okay, guys. No, that's okay. It's okay.
Jesse,
It's okay.
Did you just try to fucking ugly up Margot Robbie for the world, dude? That's weird.
No, I'm saying it's a fucking bold move, and it's one that these girls do where they're like, you know what? I am so hot that I don't have to be blonde.
I don't
Which
like
again,
this tactic.
it's a bold move. I would never assume that about myself. If I had that color hair, I would look like a fucking pilgrim woman. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I like how you just had to dirty up Margot Robbie. That'd be like me saying, "Hey, Bob, pull up a
It's
picture
not
of
the right
fat
picture,
Brad Pitt."
Bob.
There isn't one, so you don't have to pull it up. The guy's the best. He's been jacked since fucking Thelma and Louise. No need to search that, Bob. He's never been
Oh,
fat.
yeah. Go ahead and put up. Yeah. Could you with the man bun? Oh, it was everything.
Who?
Anyway.
Who? Brad Pitt?
Yeah.
Oh, pull it up. I didn't.
Who was he going to pull up?
No, I was joking, saying, dude, your Margot Robbie slander, trying to dirty her up, is like me saying, pull up a picture of fat Brad Pitt. Like we're never gonna have that. That's not a thing that exists.
Okay. Yeah.
In the world, did he have a man bun for the thing? Is he going back to Tristan, Legends of the Fall, Brad Pitt?
Ooh.
I'm here for whatever it is.
Oh, look at him. God damn it, man. God.
Jesus.
Mr. Studio Girl. Look at Brad Pitt. Fucking A, dude. It still looks cool. Jesus Christ, man. Even with a man bunny, the guy looks cool. Look at that. Put that exact picture up, Bob. Once again. See that 100-year-old Chinese lady? She won for fucking
Yeah.
Minari. Man, look at that couple.
Yeah. Just like,
Do you think she just said afterwards, like walking down the stairs, she's like, look, we're both Oscar winners. Any chance you want to put that in? Or, any chance
think
that lady
probably.
said that, as on the walkout? Like, hey, you want to
she
throw
was
that in real
definitely
quick?
like, she was like, oh, Brad Pitt, nice to meet you. Finally.
No, I think she just sexually assaults him, and then she's like, "Oh, my bad, me no."
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah,
she.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think she would need to. I think there's a non-zero chance if she was just like, yeah, do it. And he would just be like, he'd just take a drag of his fucking Marlboro Red and be like, all right.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. I think he
Right?
would for the Academy.
You mean his red apple cigarette?
They're both Academy Award winners, so it's like, dude, yeah, you do that as an Academy member to another Academy member. Like, all right, sweet. And it's Brad
he
Pitt.
produced that movie, though.
Did he really?
Conflict. Yeah.
Minari?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was an A24 production, and
Was
I
it
think
really?
he and then he also presented because they swap it, right? Like the
Yeah.
best supporting actor presents best supporting actress the next year.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
he presented
Yeah.
to a woman who was in a movie he produced.
Yeah. And that's why she was like, where were you doing filming? So
Yeah.
nice to meet you finally. And I was like,
Exactly.
oh, okay.
He was like,
I get it.
nowhere near China, homegirl. That
And then the
fucking-
Glenn Close moment, I pretty much just wanted to kill myself.
Same.
So
The whole thing. 9.85 million people watched. Lowest of all time. That's not even Drinking Bros for a month. I mean, it's fucking nuts. Absolutely nuts. At what point are you just giving these away online and maybe there's a thing kind of like, like the MVP award or something where they just kind of announce it and you're like, well, great, you move on with your life, and that's kind of it, because it's not getting better from here. And I talked about this on Cirqued on Patreon, Drinking Bros Podcast Patreon the other night. The movies that are coming out that are going to save theaters aren't Oscar movies. So you look at Mortal Kombat this weekend, crushed. Box office was really good. All these guys loved it. All my feed was filled with people who loved Mortal Kombat. What was the other one right before that? Kong. I made over 100 million. That's a piece of dog shit. But you're in the same category of these big budget action movies, and I think, dude, Top Gun, I think is going to break and set all the records on 4th of July and all that stuff. So, and it's awesome. It'll probably save the movie theaters, but that's not the type of films that the Academy nominates. So if you're here and we're in the Minari stage and the Nomadland stage and all these fucking depressing movies that nobody watches.
I have an Oscar movie that will crush in theaters.
Okay.
And I didn't watch the Oscars, but I did catch this.
Oh my God. I caught your tweet last night and I wanted to fucking rape you through the internet.
What?
Tell Jesse.
West Side Story is going to crush in theaters. That trailer looks so.
You're absolutely right.
That trailer looked so fucking good, and that is not a movie you can watch at home. Like, you're not going to rent that on HBO. Dude, I'm sorry. I was in West Side Story. I did some singing and dancing in high school.
Bob, are you being serious?
Yes.
Because
I am being 100% serious.
When I saw that
about
tweet,
being in West Side Story.
When
too.
I saw that tweet last night, he tweeted West Side Story trailer last night, and I go, "What the fuck?" I go, "Hot Bob is in the West Side Story."
It will crush.
Well, no, your tweet specifically, pull it up and put it on screen. If you want to follow Hot Bob on Twitter, go ahead. The way you worded this, I was like, do I even know this person? Like, I feel like I know Giorgio's life more than I know yours.
Where's Dan and where's his gun? Because it needs to be on the table.
Read this aloud. Put it on screen for all of the people to judge you, and we will read it aloud. Okay, I'm going to read it, Bob. Just pause it there because we can't actually show this. We're going to get dinged. But it says, yeah. So this is at RobFox3 because he's a third. Bobby 3 Sticks. He says, yeah, so you can go ahead and give... Or no, you can go ahead and add this to the list with Jaws, Raiders of the Lost Ark, E.T., Close Encounters, Color Purple, Jurassic Park, Schindler's List, Saving Private Ryan, Catch Me If You Can, and Lincoln right now for West Side fucking Story, Bob.
Stand by that
I
take.
can't tell, and I love it. I can't tell if it's serious, and that's what I love about it.
Whoever your buddy was that wrote underneath this, I hate how good this looks. Yeah. Yeah.
You guys can go together.
So I'm going to be snapping my way into the seats.
Yeah.
Throwing popcorn in the air. right when fucking Riff gets stabbed in the rib cage, I'm gonna cry, and then it's just gonna be.
I'm 30 seconds away from punching Bob.
Go ahead.
You and your boys are gonna go. Leave the pussies at home.
Go ahead and screenshot that and get it framed. I want that up in this office forever. That tweet, because
please,
my God, man,
I love Spielberg. I love West Side Story. It's a great combo for me.
Yeah. No, I can tell. Clearly it is. Raiders of the Lost Ark, E.T., Lincoln.
Yeah, how is Lincoln on that list?
Well, they're all Steven Spielberg movies.
I
but
get that, but it's clearly the weakest of that list. Like, let's be honest.
I'm a big Lincoln fan, dude.
Wait, Bob, did you watch Cats?
No, fuck no. That was awful.
right.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, what other Hamilton? I don't know.
Hamilton
Is it just West Side Story?
Big Les Mis guy.
I was,
Yeah,
I was in
Giant
Les
Les
Mis
Mis
as well, and I love that musical. I didn't really like the movie very much.
Yeah. You didn't like Anne Hathaway crying the whole time?
Or fat Russell Crowe.
He just doesn't like Russell Crowe. He has a thing. He's a problem.
Yeah.
It's hard to watch on screen. Like, if you're there, it's cool, but like, people don't realize, like, they sing every second of that movie. There's no dialogue at fucking all. So like, you can't watch Russell Crowe like. It's not made for the screen. You can't watch Russell Crowe like hug a fucking pillar in some old French warehouse and be like, "What is tomorrow?" Like, it's just not.
But you could watch a knife fight in dance.
Yeah. And
Fuck
where they hold each other's arms and
yeah.
knife fight? Come on, man. Come on. Timmy D is saying Alyssa Milano and Pete Davidson in an Oscar-nominated movie, Narcan Frozen Yogurt. Shutting down restaurants. That's exactly what these movies have turned into that get nominated for Oscars. So it'll be really interesting to see what they do, because if you look at ratings like this, and Drudge Report had a headline yesterday that said, Hollywood is now officially dead. The era of Hollywood is over. I think you've got to almost switch it to an MTV Movie Award style show now, where you're nominating blockbuster movies so that people watch and they're excited about these people.
I can't disagree with you more, because you're forgetting the one thing that we learned about this Oscars.
What's that?
No matter how woke it is, no matter who doesn't watch, you put an old white man in a movie by himself and he's coming away with the money.
True.
It's a walk-off win for white people.
Chompkins. By the way, Hot Bob called it, Jesse. So
What?
I said, MyBookie.com promo code Drinking Bros will double your deposit up to $1,000. Had all the odds on it, so we bet on all the Oscars, and I got a bunch of messages from all you guys. You're welcome. They won a ton of money. The only one I missed, I missed two. That was it. But to be fair, I said the fucking supporting actress for Minari. I go, look, if there's an upset in this category, it's usually always in supporting actress, and if you're gonna put some weird money somewhere, that's the place to do it. And sure enough, the 100-year-old lady won, and that's fine. But he said the value pick was putting money on Chompkins.
Yep.
To beat Chadwick Boseman. I was like, not a fucking prayer. Not a prayer.
You guys know I don't see color, right? I only see talls and smalls and olds and youngs.
Yep.
And so it's like he was an old, right? And you were choosing between like, are we gonna be Oscar so male, Oscar so white, Oscar so old, Oscar so young? I mean, I don't know, right? And they chose their lane.
Yeah.
They chose who they were. And you were saying, that was the last time Chadwick Boseman could have won.
Because he's dead. R.I.P.
It's also the last time Chompkins can, I think.
Chompkins is still alive. So I'm sure he's probably he's 5 movies in the can that we don't know about. Michael Milano is asking who reads Drudge. I read everything across the board. There is no honest news out of anyone anymore. Fox, CNN, all that other shit included, Drudge everywhere else. But you pick up kernels of truth nuggets from time to time, and you almost have to read like 50 things to try to piece together what you think is real inside your own mind and heart. And that's why I read it. But the Oscars itself there's no coming back from that because Sunday night programming is too valuable. That's where football goes. And the advertising for that is very, very expensive. Now, the advertisers are going to, same with like podcasts, advertisers are going to be able to go in, look at these numbers and say, next year, fuck you. If you want us to renew for Ford or whatever they're plugging, you're going to have to knock that price down by 2/3, hombre. But if they start nominating, Top Gun and shit, I'm all in. Then I'd watch. If they turn into the MTV Movie Awards, because the MTV Movie Awards is dead. So let's kill that off and then flip it and then put those guys in there in those categories and make it fun. And then I, make it a fucking party, give out ketamine in the gift bags and have everybody drink, our new hard seltzers and see what the fuck happens that night. So like that would be awesome. But they're not going to do that. So
right.
I don't know where they go from here, to be honest with you. I really don't. And the only movies that have shot really during this COVID time that you've been able to get away with are these very, very small productions like the ones that were nominated. So that drama-wise, that's kind of what you're stuck with. The only big budget one that will probably break out and end up in that show is they pushed the Aretha Franklin biopic with Jennifer Hudson. She's going to be nominated. She'll be up for Best Song and Performance and all that other stuff. And that is a big budget movie a la Ray. So that will at least help. And the cast is black and all that stuff. So that checks all the boxes for Hollywood. But let's throw Top Gun 2 in there. I haven't seen it. All I know is this. I talked to Miles Teller about it. He's playing Goose's son. He's the lead. And I was like, how was it, dude? And he's like, it's going to be fucking awesome. I was like, really? And he goes, dude, TC did all his own shit in that, man. Tom Cruise. He's like, it's going to be rad. And he goes, I can't wait. And it just keeps getting pushed. But 4th of July, it's on. We'll be there opening nights. So I'm amped about it. Now, this next story, James, is for you. It's for you. Because when I read this, I was like, all right.
Okay.
It's death. Destruction.
Good.
Yeah. It deals with a lot of death. I've always wondered this privately in my life, and I was like, why has that never happened? When somebody jumps off a building, right? You can't see if it's a tall building who's down there. Can't see who's below you. Well, nobody's ever gotten, to my knowledge, hurt. Well, this fucking dude jumped off a building, and he landed on a woman in San Diego and killed her too. It was her and her girlfriend walking down the street. The girlfriend was totally fine. Homeboy just went right into the other girl and killed her immediately. Both of them died. And then her buddy was just, they were out like shopping or something. And I was like, fuck, it happened. It happened. Because you always wonder, like, all right, if you jump off the Empire State Building, there's a ton of people in New York. Like,
yeah.
What's the story there?
Yeah.
But now we have the answer. Fucking A. How awful is that? So. How did your friend die? Well, a guy killed himself and then jumped off a building and then just crushed her to death too. So sweet. And what happens in that situation? Can you sue the family of the other people and be like, hey, man, you fucking killed?
I mean, you can always sue. Are you going to get any money is the other question, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You can sue anybody. But sometimes you're going to be spending all the money doing it. So, I don't know. And
that like it's something I've always wondered. I was like, all right, all these people jump off buildings. Like, if they ever took out anybody else, they did. And it happened in San Diego.
Interesting that we haven't heard this more for sure.
Yeah, when I read it, I was like, fuck. All right, yeah, I've always wondered that. Wonder what happened there. And then this fight that broke out in Miami. Can you pull up that footage, Bob? That is the best.
Yeah. What was this? How did this start?
This went viral last night. So look, we've all been here. You've been with me on some of this shit. And I think I just sent you one time. So when you go to an airport and you're trying to get on a flight back and, either your flight's late and they got to put you on another flight, whatever it may be, you have to go on standby. And they're like, sir, you're going to have to be on standby for the other planes or whatever. It was a party of 4, and they only let 3 on, and then this massive brawl broke out in the airport that was just insane, and it was in Miami, which makes sense. If you're in Miami and you're partying for 3 or 4 days, you just want to get the fuck out of there. The angriest I've ever been on a flight, I think, was that Vegas one where they turned it around, where I was sitting next to Brandy. We were 40 yards off the runway in Burbank, and captain's like, nope, we're gonna put that up on screen. Put this up on screen. Look at this brawl.
So, but I'm confused as to like how it spread to other people fighting, right? Like,
I don't know, but I love
all of the people in the fight were on standby. Okay.
Yeah, they were all on standby. So it was standby versus standby here. And
sorry, can we get can we get a shout out to the video credit at the bottom? Documentary filmmaker
Billy Corbin.
Oh, okay, Billy.
Why? Because he turned his camera sideways instead of straight up and down. Congratulations, Billy.
No,
look at that guy. I mean, that guy's just kicking that person right in the asshole.
Didn't he do Cocaine Cowboys? Billy Corbin.
What are we accomplishing here?
Are you being serious?
Yeah. And the girl in the red to the right. So like,
no way.
How do we know which fight to focus on?
There's so many, and there were so many good ones. Like the one in the white. Rewind this, because the one in the white is.
Oh, they're not done yet.
No, they're not even close to being done.
Yeah, as Billy Corbin did Cocaine Cowboys.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah. It's the director of Cocaine Cowboys, Jesse.
What the fuck is happening in life?
All right, Billy, let me ask you this then. Why is your footage so shitty? Or is that, put it in HD. Maybe it's ours. Oh, is it in 1080?
Sub on 1080.
Billy. How did you not get this in 1080, Billy?
So many questions.
Look at this again. So the guy in red is just beating ass. And then you got these other two. I mean, this is an all-out war going on.
The red guy hasn't stopped. Like, how the volume of these punches? Like, he has to be in great shape.
Oh yeah, look at that. Herb Dean would have called that at that point and just
he'd be running in there and stopping.
No more. And then to be able to fight with your pants down under your ass is so difficult because it restricts your leg movement. Right there, that kick in the asshole. This go back 10 seconds, Bob. The guy in the jeans here, the guy in the white on the ground, watch, he gets kicked right in the asshole 2 times. There it is. Right? Yeah, so you have 10 more seconds.
Oh.
Right in the asshole. I mean, that is just 2 shots right in the asshole. What makes you want to kick right there?
He's bad form, too. He's using the toe. Like, that's he could get hurt.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Documentary filmmaker Billy Corbin. Thank you, Billy.
The kicker just picks up his bag and walks off. That's the guy walking off.
Walks off. He's got places to go.
You can't sit on a plane if your asshole's hurt.
No, that's true. But this was just glorious. Look at this fat white guy who's just watching with a backpack on, and he's not, I mean, this is great. And obviously, you don't jump in when something like this is going on. And this is just from a bouncer standpoint. If there's that many people in those bodies, you let them figure it out and then wait till somebody else arrives. And now the guy in white's getting hugged. The fat one in white who got his asshole kicked is getting hugged in here. Video credits, documentary filmmaker Billy Corben. How did you know he directed Cocaine Cowboys?
I know his name.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But that was, I understand it. Look, it's happened to us. Happened to me. Shit, you know where it happened to me was in the Atlanta airport after the Super Bowl. And you know who bumped me? T-Pain.
What?
T-Pain bumped me. And it was Dan and I, and we got bumped. And I walked up to the counter, and I was ahead. I don't know his fucking real name. What's T-Pain's real name? Because obviously they put your name on the boards, you know?
Timothy Payton.
Is it really?
No.
Close.
Is it really?
Really?
Yeah, it's Fahim Rashid Najim.
Good. Yeah.
Yes.
So you're right
Couple
there.
letters off.
Couple letters
Just
off. You guys
a
are good.
couple letters.
Mm-hmm. So it's Dan and I, and Dan didn't recognize who it was. So I walked up to the counter after the thing got on, and I was like, "Hey, we're on the standby." And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you guys didn't make it. You didn't get on." And I go, "What?" I go, "Yeah, we were supposed to get on, but you let T-Pain on the fucking flights instead of us. Just say that T-Pain was more famous than us, and maybe I'll accept that. Otherwise, you can go fuck yourself." And no lie, the woman was just like, all right. She goes, "Look, T-Pain said he had to get to a gig and it was very important. He was going to lose $25,000. I go, "You don't know what the fuck I do for a living either." No, I wasn't going to make $25,000 the next day, but fuck you, dude. T-Pain. I get bumped for T-Pain. It's one of the lowest levels of my life. I bumped for fucking T-Pain.
I get very uncomfortable going to the airport with you.
I told the woman, I go, "Look, it would have been acceptable if you would have
this reason.
auto-tuned your microphone in the airport and said, you know, standby passengers, T-Pain, you know, and it was just auto-tuned like crazy through the airport. And I've been like, all right, fine. Let fucking T-Pain on, dude. I got to hear the auto-tune thing and it was great. And we all got a moment.
But you guys, he says like this exact thing. Like it's not a joke. He's not
word
like
for word
exaggerating it here. Like this is the kind of stuff he'll say.
Yeah.
And stay there at the counter and say it. Nothing comes of it. We're still not on the flight.
No, but I wanted to let her know. I go, you skipped the entire line for T-Pain. I don't want you to live with that decision.
Right.
For T-Pain. Okay?
Okay, sir. It's a lot of like, I understand, sir. Okay, sir. Yeah, I understand.
Oh, he had to get to a gig. He was going to make $25,000. What? I mean, she got into the backstory of his life, and I was like, "You just bumped us for T-Pain?" I go, I turn back to Dan, and Dan's like, "Let's go to the bar. Who gives a shit?" And I was like, "No, Dan, we got bumped for T-Pain. For Christ's sakes." He had like some fucking iced out Hello Kitty backpack on, and the whole T-Pain bullshit. And I was like, "Come on, man."
Sure.
And it was pre-pandemic, so I could see his fucking face. T-Pain.
Right.
Yeah. So this Miami fight, by the way.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
This Miami fight that happened, I understand it. I fully understand it. And all of the parties that were in that fight, yeah, they probably had every right to do that.
They also just let you go in Miami.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Did any of them get arrested, or was it just like, "Hey, we'll put you on another flight"?
I'm not going to look it up, but I think they got away.
No, I will say, like, we've been to the Miami airport, and it does feel very, not a lot of security around you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Not
Like,
America.
it was. It's very loose.
It's North
Lots of-
Havana.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a real airport. It feels like, I'm with drug dealers and criminals. The last time we flew into Miami, I always use that trick and go into Lauderdale because it's only like 10 miles past it. So I don't have to deal with that bullshit. And so we'll fly into Fort Lauderdale. I don't want to fly into Miami. and then this video pops up.
The Fort Lauderdale airport's even worse.
No, it's easy insy outsies. Easy insy outsies. It's great. Now trying to get a rental car there is another fucking story. I don't even know if we told that story when you and I were in Miami. Sir,
and you got the Dodge Charger or something?
We're out of rental cars. And I was like, we got to have something. And then we're like, well, we got something, but you've got like 4 people, right? And I go, yeah. And they go, it's the only car we can give you. And it roll up in a black Dodge Charger. That's when you were living your best life. I think you got it up to 120 on the 95.
Yeah.
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 I let
Without
you drive.
even like realizing. I love a zip around Sally. If it's low to the ground, I feel safe because I'm small. That's the one that I went over the cones to get to the game, remember?
Yep. And you and that Dodge Charger going 120 miles an hour. I was like, that's a rental. Fuck it. And I was prepared to die with you that day. That's true ride or die shit. Like I let you go. You were like, oh my God, I'm going one. I was like, yeah. I don't care. Fucking jack that up. Go to 160. Let's figure it out.
Yeah.
I wanted you to live your best life.
I act all cool, but then when I saw it was 120, I was like, oh, let's go slower. Not that cool. I'm actually not cool, but I have moments of like almost being cool. And then I have to follow the rules. So, you know.
Yeah, you do, Japes. Yeah, you do. Last story I want to chat about is the SNL cast members who were unhappy with Elon Musk hosting the show, Jesse. They are unhappy. They voiced their unhappiness. This Chinese guy, what's his fucking name?
Bowen Yang.
Yeah, Bowen Yang. Boy, he's becoming the new Leslie Jones. No, he's not. Every sketch he does, people praise his name. Oh my God, Bowen Yang's amazing. He's amazing. He's amazing. Tim Dillon was the one who dissected an entire Bowen Yang sketch on his show. Did you watch that one?
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit after.
So good.
Because it was like the big story of the day, right?
Yeah.
That Bowen Yang like really broke it down for people, and it was weird. It was uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. It was just not comedy. It was not comedy. And that's Tim Dillon's whole thing is like, here's your comedians.
Yes.
Fucking crying.
Yeah.
Stephen Colbert, like crying on frickin' his show. Comedy.
Yep.
Welcome to comedy.
Welcome to comedy, kids.
Welcome to comedy. We're all just trying to teach you something and cry and be super serious.
So what happened was these two fucking dummies who aren't even permanent cast members yet. They're just, what are they? They're
featured players.
Featured players, yeah. It's been so long since I watched SNL. Yeah. They bitched and they're like, we don't want Elon Musk on the show. This is fucking blah, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, your show is dying. Like, you need Elon Musk on your fucking show. Not only that, if he sucks, then you can come out and make fun of him afterwards. Like, what? But before he even gets there, you're going to be pissed off about getting huge ratings? You fucking idiots. Everybody's going to tune in to see Elon Musk. Fucking Miley Cyrus is the musical guest. I will watch that show. That'll be the first time that I watch the show this year. For Elon Musk, yes, dude. I'm going to musk up. Like, he's on the wall right here.
I bet they're worried that he's going to fucking kill. You know what I mean? And be like fucking awesome.
If he is, dude, that guy can do no wrong in this world. Even the weird shit with Grimes and the baby and all that stuff, it seems like just a never-ending troll. And I love it. I fucking love that guy, dude. He's the best. Even he was just like, he made a tweet that just said, can't wait to see if this is really live or not or what happens and everything else. And then Bowen Yang, what the fuck does that even mean? What does that mean? Shut up, Bowen Yang. You fucking cheesy hack. The only reason you're there is because they had to fill a racial quota. That is it. The white guy who got fired for doing the you like it shit that we do all the time, that was a make good, as we call that in the podcast biz, for you even getting on the show. Because it wasn't talents. It was just, fuck. We had to fire that white guy, the honky, who made a racial slur about Chinese people. How do we, fuck. Are we going to have to hire an Asian? Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to hire an agent. Fucking A. Who's out there? Bowen Yang is out there.
Like, I promise this statement is never going to be made. You know how you ask people, like, what was your favorite season? Like, Will Ferrell, Adam Sandler. I promise no one, Bowen Yang, will ever say, I liked the Bowen Yang years.
No.
Remember those?
No.
Oh, that was my favorite, man. They had Leslie Jones.
Yeah, Leslie
Bowen
Jones
Yang.
and Bowen Yang, dude.
By the way, there was another person from the cast criticized it, and he is one of Austin's own.
Yes. What's his name? Mike?
Andrew Dismukes.
Oh, that's it.
He said the only CEO I want to do a sketch with is Cher E. O'Terry, former cast member, during a good cast during the Will Ferrell days.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but Andrew Dismukes from Austin, or I don't know if he's from Austin, but he went to UT, and he started in stand up here in Austin, and now obviously on SNL.
Good for him. That whole fucking cast sucks. No, I'm kidding.
It's a great resume.
Cicely Strong is great. She shouldn't be there anymore. She should move on. Get the fuck out of there.
Who?
There's a couple. The Chloe chick is really good.
Michael Che.
Yeah.
Michael Che is the fucking worst goddamn worst. I mean, that is the worst fucking SNL Weekend Update teen of all time. Michael Che can't fucking read. I challenge you to find me just one clean Weekend Updates of him not being able to read a fucking cue card or a teleprompter, that guy. He fucks up every joke because he can't read. I don't know if he's funny in real life. I have no idea. All I know is him from this show, and he can't fucking read. And his co-host, Colin Jost, is so white that he is fucking translucent. And like, I even feel bad as a white man of like, God, that's just too white. That is just too fucking white for me. He's the most boring motherfucker on the planet. He's the head writer. I think that show died after Seth Meyers left, to be honest with you. That was when
I kind of agree with that.
He was the head writer then.
Che and Jost are the co-head writers.
Yeah. You know why? Hot Bob. It was just Jost. Couldn't just have a white man do it. You had to.
I did love a Tina Fey. Tina Fey head writer.
Tina Fey's one of the very best writers of all time. One of the very best.
I like Che and Jost, but I don't think they give a shit. I think their bigger sin is more that they don't care than that they're bad. Because I think they're funny, and I think they like. There's no way that I watch like Michael Che do a joke about how he really likes watching liberals, like far left people, try their hardest to not blame black people for Bernie Sanders losing in the primary.
Yeah.
And then like a joke like that, and then like watch the show, and I'd be like, are you just like check? Like the show's the exact opposite of that joke.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you just checked out? Are you just like, I can't have all these hipsters like crying to me every day about how I'm terrible. Fuck it, just do whatever you want. Just
I don't know.
That's the vibe I get.
You know, when people aren't watching and you don't have to care anymore, usually people get better. But the perfect example of that was Conan O'Brien during the writer's strike. He stayed on air and just wrote his own shit, and every night was pure chaos, and it was some of the most exciting late night comedy ever because you never knew it was going to happen. I mean, it was one night where the power went out, so we did the whole thing with emergency floodlights and flashlights. I mean, it was just crazy, and it was him, and it was this empty studio with an audience, and it was fucking awesome. Usually, when you're checked out, you rise because you're like, well, nobody's watching this anyway, so who gives a shit? And when you're all in, you're like, a lot of pressure here. We got to please all these people watching. It's like with us, fuck YouTube. The shadow ban on YouTube I'm actually learning to love it. Where I'm like, great, so there's only going to be about 500 people in here every day, so fuck it. Who cares? We can do whatever we want. This is our world. I'm not going up Troy's bucket. Fuck you. We're the fucking Goonies down here. And with SNL and their whole shit, why do you fucking care anymore? Go yard. Nobody's watching. Nobody cares. But this stupid shit, these cast members bitching before they even get on. Holy Christ. Criticizing a host before he's even there. Criticize him if he sucks or if he didn't try or if he didn't show up. That's happened to me in a movie where we hired somebody that showed up unprepared. They were shit, fucked up the entire day. And I was like, what the fuck happened to you? What happened to you today? Did you not study any of this? Did you not memorize any of the lines before we paid you? Like, what was the fucking deal? And they were like, and I was like, you're wasting 60 people's time. Go to the trailer and figure your shit out. Criticize them then.
Right.
But not now before he even gets on the goddamn show.
I'm trying to think of who you're talking about.
You don't know. This is a non-famous person, actually, where I was just like, if anyone should be in it, it should be you. Right. I've even had actors who showed up and they were like, hey, so my agent said there was a lot of money, and can you just read me the lines off screen or what? I was like, yes, I can do that in a second. You'll do the exact takes that I want you to do. You'll be in and out of here in like 10 minutes, hombre. And they're like, yes, brother. Bang, bang. And that's great. I'm there for that all day. One wore an earpiece, and he had the script supervisor read the lines into his earpiece on sets, and then he would just repeat them back. And I was like, and he brought his own earpiece. And I was like, yes.
That's great.
I think I called him King. This is a full circle moment. I go, yes, King. My king, dude. I love. Yep. So, yeah. But Elon Musk is going to show up and you're going to be pissed off about it.
He's going to be great.
Fuck.
Although they do need people to write for him, right? So if everybody's pissed off,
well, what
are the sketches going to be?
If you needed people to write for you on SNL, you should have shown up. Elon Musk should build a time machine and go back to fucking 2014, because the writers now fucking suck. So, yeah.
Right, but if they don't like you and they're writing for you,
yep, even worse.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of just weird shit. I think we got them.
They don't write well for the people they like. So
exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Unless you're like Melissa McCarthy and you come in there and write your own shit, or fucking whoever.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be good.
Yeah, and with Elon, what's the worst thing gonna happen? He crushes, ratings are huge, people care about your show again, and then you smoke weed with him at the after party, and then he gives you every fucking insider tip on what you should invest in. Shit. I don't understand it all the way around. Even from a business standpoint, I just to spend 2 minutes with Elon Musk and ask him anything about the world that's going on, because he's got his hands in so many fucking things that it's like, dude.
If we break it down as well, why are we so mad at Elon?
I don't know. I guess because he's, outspoken and is taking the red pill, I guess.
The articles all specifically said his COVID denial.
Oh, it was COVID denial.
He's a COVID denier. It was how he's listed most of these articles, and they said it was as bad as the 2015 appearance of Trump on SNL. Is what some.
Oh, yes. I read that.
This used to be the savior. This man has made electrical vehicles in the mainstream. It's so quickly how you can hate someone just because they don't follow the party line. And they don't total. It's ridiculous.
Did you just roll your eyes, Fake Dan, at fucking Elon Musk inventing electric cars?
No.
Rockets? How about rockets? Is that good enough for you or no?
Can he land a rocket?
Huh?
But he
blows up a rocket every
electric
month.
Cars.
Yeah, but he lands probably 9 out of 10.
Nah, probably like 5 out of 10.
He sent a fucking car into space, dude. His own car that he built.
With a real guy in it.
Yeah, Jesse thought it was a real guy.
From his own words, if you're not blowing up rockets, you're not trying hard enough to make better rockets.
Yeah.
Which I completely understand. Like these balances of everything that you have to get is so precise that you're going to screw up if you're trying to see what's possible.
Wasn't he the co-founder of PayPal too?
He was.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dan. When Elon Musk isn't impressive enough for Dan because he created PayPal, took all the money he made from PayPal, invested it into electric vehicles, rockets, single-handedly brought NASA back from the dead.
Aren't electric vehicles worse for the environment anyway? Like long term?
I don't know, but what I do know is with Biden, gas is through the goddamn roof. If I can plug a stick into my car and go 450 miles.
Also, Dan, you have to respect that he went from like bald, old nerd to like who he is now.
Yeah.
Just from a shallow point of view, you got to respect that.
You got to respect it.
What I respect is that he had a threesome with Cara Delevingne and Amber Heard while Amber Heard was still technically married to Johnny Depp.
Correct. And to go
right.
even further, he had another threesome on acid with Azalea Banks, who's batshit crazy, and Grimes. That one's...
Yeah, I can't get with that after she dug up her dead cat.
Who?
Azalea Banks.
Oh, yeah, she's fucked. She's off the fucking reservation. She had one hit song. And then everybody was like, oh, Azalea Banks is going to be the next big thing. And then she lost her mind. She went full Tyrese. I mean, she'll be shaving her pubes in an hour on Instagram, IG, like on
Fast and Furious
stories.
2 was such a good film.
It was awful. That was the one without Vin Diesel. He said Fast and Furious 2. It was a good film.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
What are we fucking doing here?
What are we doing here, Giorgio?
Just for James's
But I just think Dan might be a little bit jealous, and it's fine.
It's fine. Is your girlfriend, is she in love with Elon Musk or something?
No, she hates him.
Yeah, no.
Why does your girlfriend hates Elon Musk? Why?
She doesn't hate him. She's indifferent.
What for?
I'm indifferent about Elon Musk.
What for? Just out of curiosity, what is she indifferent on?
She doesn't like that he is pretty much gentrifying Brownsville.
Brownsville. What's Brownsville?
Texas, the coastal town. He's putting SpaceX there, I think.
Yes, he is. They're moving another thing here today. It was in the paper today too. They bought up a bunch of land, so he's moving all of his shit here.
I would love to bring people like that and talk about it because they're like, oh, you're gentrifying these new towns. It's so much cheaper to build up a new town from scratch as far as these smart towns or towns that are efficient than to renovate all these old places. That's why Europe is still trash.
Yeah.
What are their choices? What are their answers to these things?
It's,
I don't know.
Jay-Z did it with the Barclays Center in New York, and he wanted to bring an NBA team to Brooklyn, and they bitched because they had to gentrify. Yes, you got to knock down shit to make your town cool, but it happens everywhere.
That's why it costs fucking $8,000 a month to live in a fucking toilet in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Well, soon here too.
Soon. But Jesse, I don't know if you know this, but Brownsville, a bunch of realtors have bought up the houses there, these shitty houses, for like $200,000, like $100,000, and they're just sitting on them, waiting in Brownsville, Texas. They're just waiting these realtors for it to explode when SpaceX gets there, so they can double their the profits next year and sell them to all those people who have to move their work for SpaceX. It is a crazy story, but what else are you gonna do? I guess. I mean, shit. Apple. Oh, it's Apple. Apple is building. It's like $350 million or something. They're building a new campus here in Austin. And that just got announced yesterday. So.
Yeah, because people hate Cupertino.
Yeah, is that the truth?
I mean,
I've never been there.
It's all right.
Well, I mean, everybody's coming here. Yeah, housing prices here, L.A. Just get anything and just hold on to the shack because it'll be worth $1 million in like 3 years. When I read that Apple was coming here and selling out, I was like, all right, cool, man. We're in it.
Yeah.
You know? We're in it.
I keep telling my wife, I'm like, we're going to live in our house until there's literally too many, like a child will sleep in the garage if need be. We're going to just let this thing fucking soar.
Yeah. We're waiting for the crash, baby.
Tactic turn, I don't know how you pronounce it, says predatory realty is what they're calling it. That's a great name for it if that's true, but it's smart, you know. I had some friends of mine from LA who bought a bunch of shit in Austin, just and they're just renting it for like $5,500 a month. It's crazy.
People are just going around neighborhoods and just pointing at houses. And just like talking about the houses in front of the homeowners.
Yeah.
There's no sale signs.
No,
we've had my wife works from home. We've gotten like a cash offer or two. Someone just knock on the door, be like, huh?
Yes, yep. Jesse,
400.
Our friends, yes. The offers have increased in our neighborhood as well.
That's when you look at them and you go,
Really?
800?
Yeah, they got another one. They got another one, Jesse.
Did they almost take it?
Yes, they were very, very, very close, and it was higher than the last one. And I was like, oh my god, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah, same thing. Cash offer, knocking on doors.
Yep.
That's what happened. And
when you check out a house, you have about 45 minutes to close.
Yeah. 45 minutes to close, and they want you out of there in like 8 days. Where they're like, hey, can you just get all your shit right now? And it's all hands on deck. Moving companies, dumpsters, all that stuff. Shit. We're doing work on the house. Remember those people calling you every goddamn 10 minutes for the dumpster? Is it done? Are you guys done with it yet? We gotta. Yeah. They're out. They're out of all of this shit.
Right. But I'm just like, man. Yeah.
And then there's a rental car craze in Hawaii going on now. It's where people are renting. They're so expensive that people are renting U-Hauls just to drive around. Weird.
Okay, to like move people and
Nope.
make money, or
it is cheaper than a rental car.
I got you.
They're out of rental cars in Hawaii, apparently, and they've resorted to renting U-Hauls because it is cheaper as a means of transportation. So that's a fun thing. Yay, Hawaii. Imagine driving down those roads in Hawaii on one of those islands.
I've never been.
And you're stuck behind 12 U-Hauls.
Fuck that.
I've never been.
Those roads are terrible. They're so tiny. You don't want to drive I don't even like driving a U-Haul on the interstate.
Bob's been? Who else has been to Hawaii?
Have all you guys? No.
Nah.
Just me and Bob. Just me and Bob.
To Kauai, to Cock Island, as I like to call it.
Beautiful this time of year.
How nice for you guys.
Beautiful this time of year. You look beautiful this time of year, Jabes.
Thank you.
You do it. Everywhere you're at, you do it. You keep getting hotter and hotter. We'll see you here Thursday, kids. Go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review under Ross Patterson Revolucion. And there has been some people asking us to name it Ranch Nation. I've gotten a lot of messages about that.
This show?
Yeah, there was a ranch meme that was going around, and we talked about it on another show with Ranch. And
I'm here for it, obviously.
Obviously, I go blue cheese on wings, you go ranch, and we're a house divided on that. But everybody's a lot of Ranch Nation, a lot of fans of your decision in this life with wings. Before we leave here, around the horn, ranch or blue cheese on wings?
Blue motherfucking cheese.
Yeah, blue cheese.
Spicy ranch.
Blue cheese.
Giorgio?
Not too hot, but hot.
Yeah.
Yes, Jabes?
Spicy ranch.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Spicy ranch is the nectar of the gods.
Where does that? Do you know what that is, Jesse?
Yeah, I do,
ranch.
and it's not in contention. It's not part of it.
Because it's number one is the goat. It is the Habib of dipping sauces. No one is taking down spicy ranch. If there's ever spicy ranch at a table at a picnic, it is the first one gone.
That's true. HEB has a really good Serrano ranch, like a Serrano pepper ranch.
Oh, really? That's got to be a Texas thing. I've never seen it else.
So the Tex-Mex chain Chewy's.
Yeah.
You know, you eat Tex-Mex, you get salsa at the table. Mm-hmm. They do salsa and a spicy ranch.
Oh.
And it is wonderful.
Javes is all in. She'll be here on Monday. As soon as she gets off the plane. Chewy's? We're going to Chewy's?
Where was that spicy ranch at?
Where's Chewy's? Sounds fun and flirty. I like how they just named it after the midget on Chelsea Handler's show.
Isn't ranch dressing also officially known as on this table as Eagle's milk and America juice?
Yes.
Correct. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Eagle's milk. I love it.
There's nothing better.
Yeah.
There's nothing better.
So James will be back in the studio for Tuesday's show.
Next week, yeah.
Correct. For Tuesday's show next week. So she'll be back in the studio for a week. A bunch of our advertisers are flying out. The infamous Araceli will be here again. She will be in town. We'll have to pop her on screen, and she'll be in studio. James will be in studio for a week, and the house is getting close. We're getting close. So hopefully we will be back in within a month or so. And
are we going to be talking Derby next show?
Yes, because will you wear your hat? Are you going to wear your hat on the next show?
That's what I'm asking. Do I debut the hat, or do I wait for the reveal at the Derby?
At the Derby itself. I
can wear a hat because I had to get a couple.
Yeah, I think you debut. Yeah, you wear your Derby hat. I want the gigantic one, by the way. I want you to wear the gigantic
All right.
one. That's the whole gig, dude. That's the whole.
I think I already have kind of my pick, but I'm definitely going to. Anyway, but we're doing that Saturday morning.
Hat-wise or horse-wise?
Horse-wise.
Okay. And the weather looks great there in Louisville. 72 and sunny. So should be a fun day, and we will be doing a live show Saturday morning with all of our picks and all that stuff. So are you going to be on it? Do you have a pick?
Yeah.
Okay, great. That's cool. All right. So go to my bookie then, because that's where we're doing all our bets. Mybookie.com, promo code Drinking Bros. It'll double your deposit up to $1,000, and then you can go with Jesse or me. And then see where it goes.
Okay. So we'll do Thursday, and then you and Dan can do Saturday.
No, you'll be on Saturday's show. I want you to make your pick on the show, on the sports show. That'd be great. Or you can tell the people on Ross Patterson Revolution. We'll bang it and do it on both. I want to hear who you got. I want to hear who you got.
Okay, well, things always change on the day, though, right? Like stuff happens, weather, whatever it may be. But
it looks sunny all weekend, so I think everything is the track will be in perfect condition, but there's not like one dominant horse this year, so it's anybody's ball game, which is fun because I like to sprinkle on all of the. I'm
going Friday, and I'm going to be taking a look at all of the horses. I have a special pass. So I'm going to be looking at all the horses Friday.
Yep.
And I'll let you guys know.
Yeah. You joke, but we actually do have passes to see the horses on Saturday. So.
But not before, right?
Yeah, you can see them before. So you'll get a good peek sees of them about 30 minutes before. So yeah, you could change your mind.
I know.
My grandmother, R.I.P., she always bet on gray horses. She loved betting on gray horses. And the gray horses always did well. She used to take me to AC, the Atlantic City track, as a kid.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, they would go because they were retired and it was a fun thing. And then she'd give me like $2 and let me make my own picks. I couldn't obviously go up to the thing, but she would make it for me and let me hold the ticket and watch the thing. The hilarious part was I was a kid, and every single time I was at that Atlantic City track, Pete Rose was there. Every single time.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny. It's funny. So yeah, we'll get Jesse's pick, and then she can preview her hats on Thursday's show.
There you go.
For Jesse Wiseman, a.k.a. The Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is The Revolution. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Nooners.
Good afternoon.